Hey, Coach DJ from Infinity TV. Quickly want to ask you about your assessment of three-point shooting from New York tonight. Going into the game and your game plan, how did we fare in comparison to what you expected?
Yeah, they're a team that averages 33s. We went to halftime, they only had 12. So we felt really good about where we were at halftime, and not only their percentage of makes, obviously, but their volume, and that was one of the keys going in. They've averaged 15 made threes in those first 3 games against us this year. So again, they crept towards their average, right, to 30 and got some late. But I thought we did a really good job for the most part with our schemes to try to stay in place. Just again, they're so talented even without JJ. And for us to turn them over into 29 points is one of our best defensive performances. And, again, that fourth quarter was kind of a chess match because of no JJ. They were playing smaller, so we played smaller. Very underrated, in that fourth quarter was the ability for Steph Talbot to be able to play the four and chase around Stewie, and allowed us to have a Ray on the floor.
Yeah.
If we were traditionally two bigs with either Azare or Lee, we may not get to see Ray the amount of minutes in that fourth quarter. So we went small also. I thought it was a good switching team, and it paid off, and Ray really stepped up for us in that moment playing small. But that doesn't happen without the versatility, as we talked with some of you guys pregame, on the strength that Steph Talbot allows us to do with all her versatility.
What's going on, Sparks fans? It's the one and only DJ Treese, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Spark. Y'all, we have finally breaking this dry spell. After 7 grueling losses, the Sparks finally get a win at home, nonetheless, against the New York Liberty, 94-88. It was just a great game, y'all. I was actually there. You already know I was. If you listen to the opening clip, you heard the question that I asked Coach in the press conference before. I got a chance to talk to De'Erica Hamby pregame. Check my Instagram for that interview. And it was just good vibes all around. You could tell that the Sparks are really trying to turn a new leaf. We are truly trying to build upon what we got going on, no matter what the wins and losses look like. And that is one of the things that Coach Miller had talked about, taking responsibility for some of the losses with this young team and actually taking the time to build. So what he shared with us was actually that in the practice that they had before this New York game, they didn't really try to prep a whole lot for New York specifically. What they did was they just went back to some of those defensive and offensive basics, just had a good long practice about the basics. And in fact, he said that if they played sluggish, it was on him because he practiced them longer than he normally did. And boy, did it pay off. The Sparks actually only had 10 turnovers this game against offensively forward New York Liberty team. Y'all already know the kind of the star power that they working with. We actually forced 19 turnovers from New York, which is insane. Our bench showed up with 25 points. Odyssey Sims, a big point player in that. Quarter one, we won them over first quarter, 26-14. Rakia Jackson is on fire, y'all. Big Kia, she's out here doing her thing, always getting off to that hot start. So we ended up starting 26-14 first quarter. Second quarter, New York got 5 more points than us, 25-20. We were still competitive. Third quarter, we had a really great defensive stand, only letting them score 24 points. We scored 21 points, but again, we're a little bit ahead of the ball there. Final fourth quarter was where we really stepped up, 27-25. Even though Stewie hit some last-minute three-pointers that were like having my heart palpitating, because it was like 2 or 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter and we were up by 10, y'all. I'm like, we coasting into this. Every time Stewie gets the ball, she making it. It's insane every time it happens. Stewie is a great player. You can't ever, think you're going to catch her slipping. Rakia Jackson played 35 minutes. De'Erica Hamby played 35 minutes. Those two pretty much stayed in the whole game, y'all. It was a vibe just watching them learn and adapt. Of course, we're missing Cam. We're missing Lexi. We're missing Lay. We're missing Ari McDonald, who were big players in the beginning part of the season. So we got Odyssey Sims and Crystal Dangerfield on hardship contracts. Odyssey Sims, I just seen her after the game. Let her know I was a big fan, because I am. Any player that can come into any team and not know their system, not be a part of it, and make as much of an offensive push as Odyssey Sims is great by me. If you watch LA Sparks Weekly, the show I got with Michael Matthew on Infinity TV, you know that I have said multiple times that Odyssey Sims is the best 1v1 WNBA player in the league. And I mean that, because you're not getting past her really on the defense. She gonna lock you up, but then she gonna throw up a shot. She's gonna get into the paint. I just think she plays exceptionally well in 1v1. Ray Burrell, y'all. Sorry, I had to literally clear I'm talking so fast because I'm so excited about all the things that have happened here with the Sparks. Ray Burrell, 22 minutes, getting more minutes than she's gotten in the past, and we talked to her about that. She talked about all the extra time and effort she's been putting in practices and getting in those extra runs, and it's paying off because she waited for her number to be called, and she has really done her thing, y'all. 22 minutes. How many points did Ray have? Let me scoot this over here. I hate how this website, this WNBA website, you got to expand your browser all the way out. But anyway, 22 minutes from Ray Burrell, 18 points. Rakia Jackson played 35 minutes with 19 points. Mama D, De'Erica Hamby, always coming through in the clutch. 35 minutes, 21 points. Azarae Stevens doing all the defensive things we need, also contributing offensively with 10 points. Steph Talbot got a lot of good defensive plays, y'all. She had a good block in this game. Only 5 points, but that's all good. Lee Rue played 10 minutes, scored 4 points. But really, it was Ray, it was Azarae, it was Odyssey, it was De'Erica, and it was Rakia. You got 5 players in was that 5 players? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's 5 players in double digits, which usually translates to a win. So we clapping it up for our Sparks. Today is Saturday when I'm recording this. I will be at the game tomorrow with the guest host for the Sparks versus the Atlanta Dream. We are back at Crypto. We have got 2 teams that are desperate to win. The Sparks want to extend their win, and the Atlanta Dream have slid so far. Let me see where they at, y'all. In the app. Let me actually look on my phone to see how many. So also we had a nice little coaching battle, because Coach Tanisha Wright from the Atlanta Dream also was scouting in the Olympics with Coach Miller. So the Atlanta Dream is currently sitting at 10-21. The Sparks are 7-24. So we're number 12. They are number 9, but that is all good. Let me see how many games they've dropped in a row, because they slid a bunch. Let me go to their conference play. I'm in the WNBA app for any of y'all that's wondering what's going on here. The last 10 games, they are 3-7. And we are 2-8. So we're right at the same level of frustration of just dropping games. We're going to need to look out for Alicia Gray. We're going to need to Cheyenne. We're going to have to look out for her. This is a dynamic 3-point shooting team. Haley's on this team. I could just count. We got to do all the same great things that we did against the New York Liberty, who's currently the number 1 seed in the WNBA. The Sparks play better against better teams, y'all. I am just so on fire about where we're going, how we're playing, even though we're shorthanded, and how we could end the season. We know it's not going to end in playoffs, but it's going to end in us getting a better draft pick. Think about it. The Indiana Fever are finally playing better. They had 4 terrible seasons in order to build this better team, so we in a good position. Chill, as Coach Kurt Miller let us know. We in a build. You got to chill. We'll take responsibility where it needs to be, but the Sparks are on top right now. Tomorrow, we're playing the Atlanta Dream at 4 p.m. PST. Make sure y'all tap in. I will be at the crypto.com arena. Make sure you follow me on Instagram so you can see all the behind the scenes. That's at DJ Treacy Trees. That's DJ TRICEY. Y'all, thank y'all so much for all the YouTube views. Make sure you share this show with a friend. If you listening in audio, come on over to my YouTube channel and see it in video. And the link will be in the description. As always, go Sparks. And I know we can get this win against the Atlanta Dream. I'll talk to y'all next.